Like if you found the video valuable. Captain Alara Vey had been in deep space for 312 days. Her ship, the Horizon's Edge, was tasked with mapping the void beyond Orion, a region of uncharted systems where no human probe had returned intact. Most believed it to be a graveyard of lost signals and shattered machines. But then, the signal came. It wasn't a distress call, not in the human sense. It was rhythmic, 3 pulses, a pause, then 2 more. Not static, not random, intelligent. Alara replayed it a dozen times, watching the spectrogram shift like a heartbeat from the stars. Her AI assistant, Nyx, analyzed the waveform. Pattern confirmed, Nyx said. Not natural. Origin coordinates, shifting every cycle. That made no sense. Nothing shifted position in space that erratically. Unless it wanted to be found. Fuel was low, but curiosity burned hotter than protocol. Alara set a new course, engines humming as the stars outside stretched into rivers of light. Hours later, she reached a barren system, 1 dead sun, 4 cracked planets, and a single structure orbiting the ruins like a sentinel. It was not human. A lattice of dark metal, kilometers wide, floated serenely in orbit. As Alara approached, the signal grew louder, filling her cabin until it felt less like sound and more like thought pressing against her skull. Captain, Nyx warned, the structure is scanning us. Alara steadied her breath. Let it. We came all this way. The comms panel lit up. Not words, not images, memories. A flood of visions poured into her mind. Cities of crystal under alien suns, beings of light weaving starships with their hands, wars that bent galaxies, then silence as they vanished into the dark. The lattice wasn't just a machine, it was a library. And it was dying. Fragments of the alien civilization had been encoded into the pulses, a plea to anyone who could hear. They weren't calling for help. They were leaving a legacy. Alara drifted closer, heart pounding. She realized she had a choice. She could transmit the data back to Earth, secure her name in history, and give humanity access to knowledge beyond imagination. But the alien message carried a warning too. A final vision of collapse, their empire destroyed not by enemies, but by themselves. Knowledge without restraint had burned them to ash. Nyx broke the silence. Captain, should I prepare the transmission? Alara hesitated, fingers hovering above the console. Her reflection in the glass canopy looked smaller than the stars behind her. Humanity wasn't ready. She wasn't sure anyone ever could be. No, she whispered, not yet. Instead, she set the ship's recorder to archive the message, sealing it deep in the ship's databanks with a lock only she could break. The signal faded as the lattice crumbled, disintegrating into stardust as though it had fulfilled its purpose. Alara turned away, engines pushing her back toward familiar stars. She carried with her not just the weight of discovery, but the burden of a decision no one else would ever know she made. Behind her, the last echo of the alien song rippled into silence. And ahead, Orion's belt shimmered like a path of fire, guiding her home.